Hello, my name is Jessica and I'm a pre-nursing student at the University of Arkansas. I'm taking art history because I enjoy appreciating art in my everyday life and would like to learn more about the history of art. I will be discussing the sculpture World Peace Prayer Fountain. It is located in front of the Fayetteville Town Center in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and is created by local sculptor Hank Kaminsky. World Peace Prayer Fountain is a 10-foot in diameter bronze sphere sculpture with the prayer, "May peace prevail on earth," on the face of the sphere in over 100 different languages. It was first built in wet clay over a steel armature. Silicon bronze was heated to 2,200 degrees and poured into the mold. The sculpture sits on a bearing over a small pool, so that it appears to be floating on water. The bearing gives the sculpture mobility. The spherical shape of the sculpture gives it beautiful balance and symmetry. The different languages are done in different fonts, creating expressive and irregular lines. The sculpture has not been painted, but it has been glazed, which gives it a reflective quality. Water also runs down the fountain from the top. This flow of water makes the sculpture even more dynamic and produces a shiny quality during the day when the sun shines on it. At night, lights at the perimeter of the pool and on the street reflect off the water and bronze, giving the sculpture a glowing appearance. Unfortunately, the water has been shut off for the cold season to avoid damage to the pipes. The sculpture was also immovable, perhaps due to stiffness from the cold weather. Using the methodology of semiology, or the science of signs, we can identify universal and meaningful patterns in the expression of the sculpture. The significance of having more than 100 languages is that this sculpture is representational of many different cultures. Anyone who visits the World Peace Prayer Fountain will feel included. The symbolism of the sphere is reminiscent of the Platonic notion of art as mimesis, the copy of nature. Just as the 100 languages represent cultures from around the world, the spherical shape represents the globe itself. This is reinforced by the fact that the sculpture spins on an axis, just as the Earth does. The sphere symbolizes completeness and equality. No single point on a sphere is nearer or farther from the center than any other point. Water is often a signifier of life. This can be seen in religious practices through baptisms and creation stories. Water is also known to be a symbol of purification. Having the water run down the sides of the sphere, our metaphorical earth, signifies a purification of spirit in our prayer, and the prayer of the sculpture, "May peace prevail on earth." This sculpture belongs to the category of postmodernism. As explained in Kaminsky's documentary, Sphere of Influence, the World Peace Prayer Fountain is a culmination of his visions and preconceptions of art, manifested in totality in this sculpture. The fountain's minimalist structure, a simple sphere with text, is likely inspired by the modernism movement, which articulates meaning in a few shapes. Historical examples that may have influenced this work include Arnaldo Pomodoro's Sfera con Sfera. Pomodoro's work shares the essence of World Peace Prayer Fountain by tying together spirituality and normative culture in a statement sculpture. Whereas most postmodern art is considered to be in rebellion or reaction to modern art, Kaminsky's postmodern work is stylized in reflection of the modernism movement. An important hallmark of postmodernism artwork is interactive installations. Kaminsky's World Peace Prayer Fountain is interactive in that you can spin the fountain by pushing it. Another prominent feature of postmodern art is the use of conceptual art, including the use of text or language as art. This can be seen in World Peace Prayer Fountain in that it is covered in text, and that text is used to give meaning to the sculpture and convey a message beyond its literal translation. I chose this sculpture, World Peace Prayer Fountain, because this sculpture is beautiful to me. I personally resonate with its message of peace and unity. I also admire Hank Kaminsky. He is a very spiritual individual who seeks deeper meaning in all of his work. This can be seen in the many layers of symbolism shown in the fountain through the use of shape, water, and size. The use of massive spheres in modern art is entertaining. Consider the Dallas Eye or the Sfera con Sfera. But this sphere does more than create awe. It draws attention to the powerful message of peace on earth.